It's week 2 of the National Football League, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Lions and the Chiefs, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Huard. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also... They'll run here on first down. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 43. Finds him over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Hits his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
And he works this to the 38 before going down. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need one more now on 3rd down. They give it to him again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. They put a receiver in motion right. Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas City. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Chiefs get lined up and they will kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now after that return, we've got an injured player getting some assistance as we momentarily step aside. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The tight end going in motion right. They'll throw to begin this drive. Dumps it off to his running back. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8. caught along the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking to the air here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down at the 30. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be first down, Detroit. They'll send him over right. To throw it on first down. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He'll get this one to Brooks. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And 4th and 4 coming up. On to try the field goal now, Chase McLaughlin. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now for the second time, we get a look at this Kansas City offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
We'll have him gain up about a handful there. David Ojabo making that tackle. All right, here we go, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 31. That's completed right side. And he's going to score! Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs get 6 more on their early advantage. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs drive their lead to 11. The Chiefs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Lions headed out for their second drive of the game. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Completed over the middle. This is ahead for about 5. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. Offense to the line for second down. From the 29. Has a man. It's Brooks. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. The scoreboard reads 14-3. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They'll begin the quarter with 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Williams with a quick pass out wide. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They go play action here. And this time they're gonna get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
And he's gonna be brought down at the 42.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 25-yard line.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And they make the tackle at the 38. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down throw, Mahomes. Got for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
Back-to-back carries here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Field goal team running out as the Chiefs will go for 3. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Lions getting ready to return to the field. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Catch made over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that gives the Lions the first. Hands off here for Brooks. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. That's complete. Here's Brooks. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. He completes it in traffic. And he works this to the 38 before going down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Throwing from the gun here. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
He'll throw it yet again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. They motion a receiver left. 2nd and 10 now. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout. From the red zone now. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chiefs getting out there on offense one last time in this opening half. They're up by 7. We'll see if they choose to just rest on that going into halftime. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Dump off caught by his back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Okay, Kate, back to you and Brock in just a moment. But after a wild first weekend in the NFL, time to see if things will settle down as we take a quick look at what's happening here in Week 2. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was the visiting Packers who were able to come in and win this one on the road. Jordan Love, 3 touchdown passes as his guys moved to 2-0 on the young season. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Jerry Jeudy, a touchdown reception. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. In the first half, we saw some strong play from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead. These 2 teams heading out of the tunnel. We're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Return coming from the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Lions ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds him over the middle. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Motioning the tight end left. From the 35 on 2nd down. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Give now to the running back. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 1st down, ball at the 36. Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Another throw for Mahomes. Pass complete to Wiley. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. Right up the gut. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Third down, it's Mahomes. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Has room down the left sideline. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Lions make it 17-all. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chiefs are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Mahomes trying to get after the pick. Hits his running back. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. He beams one deep right side, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The offense headed out now for Detroit. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. To the air now on 1st and 10. Has a man, it's Brooks. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
He'll get this one to Brooks. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
He's going to try to drop it in deep. Cut at the 20-yard line. There it is. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense is eating, it's been a tough watch.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to the well again. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. It's a 7-yard gain on 2nd down. Only inches to go now on 3rd. Here's Mahomes now. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Finds his man, Rice. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 46. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Another carry for him. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's gonna run for it. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Oh, no There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Throwing it to start this drive. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks a little short of that 35. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. He's going to throw this one. That's complete. Here's Brooks. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Here's 2nd and 11. Caught by his back. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Motioning Williams left. They go play action on 1st. That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Williams.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one. Kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and out 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one's complete, right side. And they make the tackle at the 38. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives the Lions the 1st. New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st down, here comes Brooks. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
To throw it on 1st down. Throw left side, and St. Brown has it. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Short pass. Oh no, the ball is loose. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Lions feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. They'll run for this. And that was an incredible effort just to make it back to the line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on down.
Not even the big guy could get it done on the power play. Heck, I don't think their defensive tackle could have carried the rock and was going to get enough muscle through for the first down against that defensive front.
The Chiefs headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions mixed in among his work. It's really limited a lot of what he's been able to do out there. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Here he is to throw. Completes this one to Rice. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Back to throw. Wiley hauls it in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
He's on the move, and they got there in time. He's taken down. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play. I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
This will be a nice win for the Lions, who draw closer to it as they take a knee. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. This won't run out the clock just yet, Brock. They're going to have to kneel it again after this one. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
He goes to a knee as Tom winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So the Lions get the win on the road. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the 2nd half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Kansas City.